Good morning and thanks for joining us for KBUI 2 News Midday. I'm Rick Douglas. Now to your top 11 stories at 11. Boise's new police chief will officially be sworn in today. Mayor Dave Beater will administer the official oath of office to new Chief William Bones this afternoon at City Hall. Chief Bones takes over for retiring Chief Mike Masterson, who held the job for 10 years. A state Senate committee is backing a strengthening of screening protocols for teachers and child care workers. This way, they say employers won't have to conduct a second background check to know if their employees' criminal records have changed. The law calls for fingerprint records to be retained in state police and FBI databases, but only for jobs where background checks are required by state law. Should parents have a choice in vaccinating their kids? Well, that seems to be the crux of a growing debate as Republican hopefuls line up to join the fray in next year's presidential race. Both Kentucky Senator Rand Paul and New Jersey Governor Christie have had to backtrack on comments that suggest parental choice is the way to go. However, doctors across the country are adamant that vaccinations are critical, especially in the wake of the current measles outbreak.
Segment of the population that really felt that the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine was causing an increase in autism. We have more science now than ever before to help us say there just is no connection.
All 50 states require that children get their shots, but 48 of them allow exemptions for religious or philosophical reasons. New Jersey Governor Christie met today with the British Chancellor at Downing Street on the last day of his London visit, but he canceled scheduled interviews with British reporters after his comments about vaccinations caused problems back here in the U.S. Christie's visit to London is seen as a way to burnish his foreign policy credentials. The Caldwell City Council has made it clear no peacocks allowed. It sounds like a strange rule, but the new peacock prohibition comes after neighbors complained of loud noises from a rogue peacock trying to mate with another resident's peahens. Planning and Zoning Senior Planner Jerem Wagoner says people who already own the exotic birds will be allowed to keep them. Some local teens hope Idaho lawmakers will listen when they ask to change the seatbelt laws, and they've got the backing of Meridian's mayor. Currently, not wearing a seatbelt is a secondary offense. That means it cannot be a reason that you're pulled over. Mayor DeVere's Youth Advisory Council says its proposal would help save the lives of teen drivers. The bill's being printed, and the group is waiting to hear when it will be introduced in the House Transportation Committee. President Obama sent a less than receptive Congress a record $4 trillion budget Monday that calls for a 7% increase in defense and domestic spending. The 2016 budget restores some automatic cuts triggered by a 2011 budget deal. But Republicans are blasting the part of the plan that hikes taxes on the wealthy to fund $277 billion in tax breaks. An update to a story we first brought you yesterday. A pedestrian was struck by a vehicle while trying to cross State Street, but it's the pedestrian who's getting the ticket. Police say the 30-year-old was hit while crossing the street, but he wasn't in a crosswalk. He was taken to the hospital with a leg injury. A woman in her 20s might also have been hurt, but she ran from the scene. Boise fire crews tell us almost every day someone goes into cardiac arrest in Ada County alone. So here's how you can help. Today, at 3 separate locations, you can learn CPR for free. The EMS division chief for the fire department says if you start CPR on someone before EMTs get there, that person's chance of survival is much better.
4 out of 5 cardiac arrests occur in the house, and so we're trying to get the public trained so that if it were to occur, they can be prepared and ready to help us save the life of a loved one.
So here's a location, or rather a list of the locations and times when you can get trained for free. In Boise, you can head down to the Kavin Williams Sports Complex on BSU's campus until 6 o'clock tonight. There's another location in Boise as well at the Meridian campus until 7, and also in Nampa at Stevens Henniger College. Or that's in the Boise area, by the way. A former Power Ranger is accused of killing his roommate. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department says 36-year-old Ricardo Medina Jr. was arrested this weekend after stabbing his roommate, Joshua Sutter, with a sword. Authorities say the two were fighting when Sutter forced his way into Medina's bedroom. That's when they say Medina stabbed Sutter once in the abdomen. Medina called 911, waited for authorities to arrive, and then was arrested. Sutter died at the hospital. Well, this just sounds scary. Driverless cars, and it seems Uber wants to get a jump on the possibility. The car service announced this week that it is working with Carnegie Mellon University on the project. An Uber official says self-driving cars are part of the company's future. Google is also developing a driverless car. The internet search provider turned tech giant built a prototype last year.